If you like the look of the Razer Viper Mini Signature Edition gaming mouse, but you don't want to pay the $280 asking price, I mean seriously, who pays $280 for a mouse? Well, now you don't have to, because Gravastar have released the Mercury M2 gaming mouse. This takes that similar exoskeleton design, adds some gorgeous RGB into the back of it, and comes in at a price that is significantly, and I do mean significantly, less than the Razer. But is it any good, or is it a case of more form over function? Welcome to my tech gear. Let's find out. First, I'm just going to jump straight into the design of this, because in a sea of one black mouse after another black mouse after another black mouse, mice all generally start to look a little bit the same. So having something that is designed like this really does it make it stand out from the rest. You've still got your standard 6 buttons on the top, so you've got your 2 buttons on the side, your 2 main mice, you've got your scroll wheel, and you've got your DPI setting button in the middle as well. You've also got this glowing RGB chamber at the back, which you can set into 5 different glow sync lighting modes, and you can also go and change the colors as well. I like this pulsating rainbow where it kind of goes through all these different colors and really does make it look a little bit like a, I don't know, glowing space bug. On the bottom, you've got your sensor as well as your on-off switch, which is also your mode connectivity switch, and a gap at the bottom for holding and storing your dongle when you're not using it. Size and weight wise, the Gravastar M2 mouse is about 124mm long and 64mm wide, which makes it slightly bigger than something like the Logitech G305, but that mouse is 99 grams and this is significantly lighter at 79. It's probably more similar in size to something like the Razer Viper V2 Pro, although that mouse is 20 grams lighter than this one, but it doesn't have any RGB. Connectivity wise, you've actually got 3 modes with this mouse. You can use the USB dongle that comes with the mouse to connect over 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. That will give you a 1000 Hz polling rate, which is as good as wide gaming. You can also switch to Bluetooth mode, which will actually use less power in this mouse, so you can actually have this connected to, say, your PC over the dongle, and then pair it up with your laptop over Bluetooth. And for the moments when you run out of power, you can plug a USB-C cable into the front of this and use it wired. The advantage to this is that not only can you charge it, but you can still use it at the same time. And battery life on this is okay too. You get up to 82 hours of use if this is in Bluetooth mode and 63 hours using the USB dongle mode, which is okay. I mean, it's less battery life than like the Razer Viper V2 Pro or the Logitech G305 that I mentioned before, but it is super easy to see when you're running low on battery, because this back chamber will start to glow red, and then you can just use the USB-C cable to plug it in to charge it whilst you're still using it. So the Gravastar app on the PC is where you can go and change all your settings for the mouse. So from the app, you can configure all 6 buttons on this mouse to be whatever action or function you want. Simply just click on there and then go and choose whichever action you want it to be. As well as that, there's also the DPI settings here. So I've got 3 settings at the moment. You can have up to 6 different DPI settings and set the color that you want it to be as well. By pressing the DPI button on the top of the mouse, it will cycle between red and blue and green as it decides, or it shows you, which DPI setting you've selected. Now that's really good, because that whole chamber glows the color of your DPI setting. You can change the reporting rate or the polling rate, set it to 1000 Hz when you're gaming, but if you're just using it for desktop stuff, then you can just set it to 125 instead, and that's going to give you a lot longer battery life. You can assign a macro to a mouse button. So if I want to go and start recording, it will go and record my key presses, and you can go and save that as a macro and assign that to one of your keys, which is great for games where you can put massive key combinations into a single key press. As well as that, the RGB lighting mode can be changed. So you've got the 5 different glow sync options. I really like the rainbow moving option, which is this sort of pulsating color that keeps going. One really cool feature is you can set it to turn the lights off when you move, so that's going to help conserve battery life as well if you don't want the RGB on all the time. And from the app, you can also go and update the firmware of the USB dongle and the mouse itself. So looks and software is all well and good, but how does it actually perform? Well, in a short story, it actually performs pretty well. Inside here is a 26,000 DPI sensor, and using that and the software, you can tweak this and tune this in to exactly the DPI setting that you want. You've also got that 1000 Hz polling for the best possible responsiveness when you're gaming, and the buttons on here are solid and responsive, especially the main 2 buttons on the top here. I really like the feel of those. Now it is suitable for all grip types, whether that's palm, finger or claw. However, I think if you've got smaller hands, you might struggle with this a bit, especially if you have a claw grip. then you might be better off with something like a Razer Orochi V2 because that is a smaller mouse. For most people though, regardless of your grip type, you're going to find this mouse pretty comfortable. Now I have said that I love that exoskeleton design, but it's not just a design look, it actually serves a purpose as well. Because of that open hollow design, it actually helps keep your palm cool when you're gaming. And the glides under here are really good as well. In my testing, they outglid, or they went further than any other mouse I tried to push along this mouse mat. I tried different mouse mats and this always came out on top. So that's great when you're gaming because it means it's less effort to move this mouse around, so you're going to be able to move around quicker. I do have one slight gripe about this mouse, and that is its weight distribution. Because you've got this RGB chamber at the back, it means that the weight of the mouse, like the battery, is near the front of the mouse. So that makes the mouse front heavy. Now for most people, I don't think that's going to be a problem. But if you're into competitive esports like Apex Legends or Valorant, well, you need to do quick and fast mouse flicks. And if you've got the weight at the front of the mouse, well, that can slow you down a bit. And in esports, you need every competitive edge that you can get. Other than that though, I think for most people, this mouse is going to be great. So do I think you should buy it? Well, I've probably already given you my answer because I actually think it's a good mouse for most people. It looks great, it feels great, it's got lots of features. The RGB I think is absolutely awesome. So not only does it look gorgeous, but it only costs $80 as well. Now, if you did want to step it up a notch, then Gravastar have also released the M1 Pro. Now that's basically the same design as the M2, but it puts it in a magnesium alloy body rather than a plastic one. And the price of that just starts from $99. So I will put purchase links to both of them in the description down below so that you can check them out. Plus, if you use code MyTech at checkout, you'll get an extra 20% off of either. If you do want to check out some more gaming gear, then be sure to check out the link up here. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and share it. Consider subscribing if you're not. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.